Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am pharmacist Michael Sunny. I'm making this video from my apartment. I've gotten a whole lot of questions concerning this drug, this actual drug, boric acid. Every day I go to the pharmacy, somebody must ask me about boric acid. So today I decided that I'm going to do a video today. So today I'm going to answer all your questions. So if you know you have one or two questions concerning boric acid, please watch this video to the end because you're not going to regret it. Now, before we dive into today's topic, I want to plead with everyone watching this video. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe to the channel. Just press that subscribe button and that's it, so that when more videos come up, you will definitely get a notification. So let's dive into the topic, boric acid. So what is boric acid? Boric acid, two words there, boric and acid. So boric acid is actually an acid, but when you hear the word acid, you should not be like very scared, like acid. Okay, boric acid is a weak acid that comes in powder or crystal form. Now this boric acid, before you ladies started using this boric acid as a something you used to treat bacterial infection and all those kind of things, boric acid has other uses too, of which I know many of you are not even aware of it. Now in agriculture, they use boric acid to preserve rice and wheat. It's also used to treat plants that have a boron deficiency. It's used as an insecticide to kill cockroach, those cockroach in your house. That cockroach powder that you've been hearing, most of the cockroach powder that you've been hearing, they contain boric acid. So we use them to also treat to get rid of cockroaches. We use them to get rid of insects in the house. We also use them as wood preservatives, for all these insects that usually attack woods. We use them as preservatives too. So boric acid has a whole lot of uses. So right now in Nigeria, this drug boric acid, the hype is not here. Like I said before, the hype is not here at all. If you go online now, you see many ladies that are not medical doctors, they are not pharmacists, they are not medically inclined in any way. They are selling this product for you ladies to use, and you people just buy them, use them without asking any questions. It's when you ladies start having vaginal irritations, vaginal bleeding, you put run to the pharmacy and be like, pharmacist, I use boric acid. I bought boric acid from one girl though, and I used it and the thing is really disturbing me. So let's go in deep, let's dive deep into this drug boric acid. When is it supposed to be used and when is it not supposed to be used? When you use boric acid tends to go in there and destroy almost everything. Unlike the antifungal and the antibiotics we have at the drug shop that have target function, like the target the actual bacteria or the actual fungi that they want to take care of. Boric acid goes in there and destroy almost everything. Now I've heard many people saying that I heard that boric acid should be used after I'm done seeing my period as a woman. No, you're not meant to use boric acid as a cleanser after your menstruation. Your uterus cleanses itself after menstruation. You don't use boric acid for that. Now I've also heard cases where ladies tell you that we use a boric acid as an after sex pill that it has contraceptive properties. Boric acid does not have any contraceptive properties. If you're taking boric acid as an after sex pill to prevent pregnancy, my sister, you're deceiving yourself. You're going to get pregnant. Now we've also had cases where they tell you that take boric acid to tighten your vagina. Boric acid does not have any property in tightening your vagina. And we also hear cases of I just want to buy boric acid though, that I heard it tends to make a lady honey or keep the vagina moist. They call it a dripping pills, like boric acid is a dripping pill. I don't even know what that would even mean safe, but it's wrong. We don't use boric acid for stuff like that. So in conclusion, don't use boric acid because your friend told you that you should go and use boric acid. Don't use boric acid as an after sex pill. Don't use boric acid as a vaginal tightener. It doesn't have any function It doesn't have any properties concerning those areas. Rather, you'll be exposing yourself to more harm than good. So now let's look at cases where you can actually use boric acid. Hmm? When can you actually use boric acid? Now, boric acid, like I've said earlier, is not a drug that you just go and start using, because it's not meant for first line. When I say first line, it's not the first drug of choice for you as a lady. Even if you are having cases of bacteria vaginosis or vaginal yeast infection, it's not a first line drug for you to just go and pick. We reserve boric acid for last. When other forms, when other lines of treatment have failed, then you can consider using boric acid. But even at that, you need to, visit your gynecologist. He should be the one to actually prescribe boric acid for you, not you going there to just, get the drug for yourself and start treating yourself with it. Now, in what, cases, or when is it right for you to use boric acid? Now, cases of recurrent bacterial vaginosis. If you've treated bacterial vaginosis before and it keeps coming back again, then you can consider boric acid. Now, cases of recurrent vaginal yeast infection. If you've treated vaginal yeast infection and it keeps coming back again, then we can consider boric acid. Now, we can also use boric acid as a suppressant for bacterial vaginosis. Yes, I'm not going to go into details, but boric acid can also be used as a suppressant for bacterial vaginosis. So please, before you consider using boric acid, make sure you've actually, spoken with your gynecologist or spoken with your, primary health care center before you consider using the drug, because if you use boric acid indiscriminately, it can cause more harm than good to you. So it's also worthy to note that boric acid is not a drug for oral consumption. It's meant to be inserted directly into the vagina. So if you have kids in the house and you're using boric acid, please keep it in a very safe place. Keep it out from their reach so that they won't go and consume it, because when you consume boric acid, it can lead to severe health conditions, possibly death. Now, in cases of pregnancy-induced bacterial vaginosis or pregnancy-induced vaginal candidiasis, boric acid is not a drug of choice to use in pregnancy. Yes, you don't use boric acid when you're pregnant, because there are no data to support or confirm that boric acid is safe in pregnancy. So we've come to the end of this amazing video today. So for more videos like this, I will advise and plead that you hit the subscribe button, so whenever new videos come up, you always get a notification. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Yeah.